What's going on, YouTube? Today I'm here to show you a new tutorial on backspin draw with the cue ball. So now the most important thing I'd say to start off with is to chalk your cue. Now before you get into a shot that requires a lot of spin, you have to apply chalk to the cue. The most common situation where you want to use draw is when you're in a situation like this where the ball is super close to the pocket and you don't want to scratch like this. So if you use backspin, the cue ball will back up and come back towards you. Now the easiest way to do this is to aim lower on the cue ball using a level cue stick, not with a lot of elevation, very level. And then you want a solid bridge hand that's not too high, but lower down on the table. I prefer to use an open bridge. Closed bridge is sometimes easier for a draw shot, but it's all preference, whatever works best. Now, one of the biggest problems people have is their stroke isn't completely straight. And that can cause a miscue, something that might look like something like this, where the cue ball just jumps. And you don't want it to jump, you want it to still hit nicely, but with backspin. So to avoid that, you have to make sure you're hitting ball first and not table. And you have to make sure your stroke is going through the ball and not scooping it, not going up and under. So what I like to do is position myself so that my bridge hand is low down to the table, stroke my cue straight back, and then I'm just stroking through the cue ball. You don't want to just poke at the cue ball, you want to stroke through it. So that's basic draw. If you want to apply more draw, you have to hit with more power, more of a follow through, and sometimes lower on the cue ball. So here's an in-game situation where we might want to use backspin to set up for the next shot. So here we have the 1 ball and then the 8 ball. So in order to play position on the 8 ball, we have to use backspin to draw the cue ball back into this area somewhere in order to have a clear shot on the 8 ball. If we don't use backspin, your shot might look something like this. So now it's very hard to make the 8 ball. So I'm going to chalk the tip, have a low bridge hand, stable to the ground, to the felt, stroking the cue straight, low down on the cue ball, good follow through. And one other thing is a very loose grip. So now we have a much easier shot to make on the 8 ball. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to view more content weekly.